today. We're done with the F word. We've talked about the F word ad nauseum. All the remnants of the F word and the impacts have been discussed and have moved on. Well, the impacts haven't moved on, but the remnants have. I am meteorologist Steve Kuznowski with your weather briefing storm scoop. It is Wednesday, September 19th, 2018, around 9 a.m. Here's a brief look at what's going on in the grand scheme of things. Kind of dried out here in the northeast, pretty much along the whole eastern seaboard. A small low bringing some showers through Pennsylvania, and then a more significant system around the thunderstorms and showers affecting the plains today. But an overall different sort of setup, a more quiet setup. Moving just quickly, I want to show you one thing. We talked about temperatures, and that's kind of going to be the crux of today's discussion. We're going to talk about the pattern shift. We talk about that in our discussion in the storm scoop. So here's that bump that I talked about for the last few days. It's just going to bring back a little bit of that warm air before it vacates. I'll put the temp into, we'll use the Euro model for this, but I'll put the temp into motion here, and you can see how we're now into Thursday, and we're seeing a little more of that green, those greens and yellows. Here's the last of that bump that I was talking about as we approach into Friday. And then we're really going to see a change going on once we get through the weekend, and we'll start seeing some of those even drier dew points and lower temperatures. We're now into Saturday here. And you can see Sunday is going to be a beautiful day with some really nice temperatures and real dry feels. And these are just winds. So, next week is when we're going to have to really start looking at, we're going to start seeing that real entrenched fall weather. Might even have to bring out that snow word for a couple of areas. Nothing concrete yet, but something we need to keep our eye on. It's just that time of year. It's almost October, which is crazy. So let's just look at a few things real quick. So, pattern change, right? We know that there's going to be, you have two temperatures that they're wide. So we have really warm temperatures and colder temperatures coming down from the north, right? So kind of drew it out here. This colder, drier air is going to come down from Canada, steps down, and it meets with the tropics. So when that happens, we typically have some severe weather, and those are the storms that we talked about a few minutes ago, and also what we'll see as we head into the next week. So that's what we're going to call a thermal clash. It's a clash of our air masses. So that's going to carve the path to allow that polar energy to drop south, become more easily tappable and sent along. Obviously, to the south, we'll continue having warmer temps, bringing in some of that tropical moisture. So it could get pretty interesting in terms of setups of storms over the next 2 weeks. And in our analysis of in the storm scoop discussion, we do talk about possible systems for early October, whether that goes up the coast or guts up to the plain, Great Lakes, or goes out to sea. That's what we're going to play around with. So lots to talk about, but I'm glad we're not using the F word anymore, and some more cooler, fun things coming our way, I think myself. But I am meteorologist Steve Kuznowski. This was your weather brief storm scoop, and have a great day today, and we'll be back tomorrow.